Hello and welcome to the first of a series of project management whiteboard videos. In this first video we're going to look at what is a project. Now in order to answer this question I'd like us to compare the characteristics of the work which might form what we call business as usual, and on the other hand the work which forms part of projects. Now if you have worked on projects so far, which most people have had the opportunity to do, you will probably say that the work that you've done as part of the project was one-off. Perhaps it was something unique. You had never done it before. Whereas the work that you do as part of business as usual, it is very day-to-day. It might be mundane, it might be a little bit boring, it's certainly repetitive. So you might come into the work one morning, you might check your email, you might take some calls, you might need to speak to customers, you might need to speak with colleagues to organize things, check that things have happened, that kind of thing. So a lot of day-to-day repetitive work happens as part of business as usual. And if this work didn't take place, then the business could not function anymore. So usually, or to a large extent, the work that happens as part of business as usual is part of the operational side of the work that happens as part of our organization. On the other hand, if we compare project work, then project work is all about designing and building and delivering things. Those things might be IT systems, they might be new products, they could be any shape or form. Now then, if you work as part of business as usual, then mostly you will report to a line manager, and at the end of the week you might send a report by email or have a quick meeting with your line manager explaining the accomplishments during the week. If you work on projects, however, you will be reporting ultimately to a project manager. You might do that via a team manager or team leader, but ultimately you're taking direction from a project manager. The work that you do as part of business as usual, it's ongoing. It never ends, if you like, forever and ever and ever. However, the work that happens as part of a project has both a start time and an end time. So therefore, there's a schedule which we need to manage as part of the project. Now, a really important thing about projects that we need to understand is that projects bring about change into business as usual. Because a project is going to be delivering something which at the end of the project we hand back to the people who do the business as usual activities. I'll give you an example from the UK. There is a major supermarket chain that has just announced it's going to provide the ability for its customers to order goods online and for the customer to pick those goods up from their local grocery store. Now then, this new service is what's being delivered from this project, and it's being delivered back into business as usual. In other words, the people who perform business as usual will therefore operate this new service, make sure that there's enough things in the shops or the warehouse, make sure that the goods which have been ordered by the customer get delivered to the local grocery store. The other activities, of course, which business as usual will be doing all the other stuff which happens for a supermarket, keeping the shops open, employed with the right staff, managing those staff, ordering the goods, keeping all the IT systems running, paying the suppliers, dealing with financial matters, etc., etc. So it's really important to remember then that projects will be delivering deliverables back into business as usual, and it's by using these deliverables that the business as usual will realize benefits for the organization. Those benefits are often measured financially, but for example, if you're working in the health service, you might be measuring these benefits in the form of improvements in patient care. But to a large extent, for commercial organizations, benefits are usually measured in the form of money. That enables the organization to decide, is the project a worthwhile investment or not? Because clearly, when we are taking a decision to run a project, we need to understand what are the risks and the costs of doing the project versus the benefits. And you'll see the last point here is about risk. It's true to say that projects are more risky than business as usual for a very simple reason. Project work, often we may never have done it before. So we're often doing things that we have no knowledge of. We're often walking into the dark, if you like, whereas the everyday repetitive work that's happened in our business for maybe the last 10 or 15 or 20 years, we have a lot of familiarity with. And therefore, we have minimized over a period of time by revising procedures and policies in the organization, we have reduced the level of risk. So hopefully that's helped you understand what a project is and how it differs from projects from business as usual. And if you think that you need more skills or assistance in helping you to plan and manage and keep control of your projects, then of course you might benefit from project management training. So that's the first of our series of project management whiteboards. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Okay, bye-bye.